in terms of dating, kind of being out here, dating, you probably have a certain type that you go for. You kind of express that. But does culture or ethnicity or race play a factor in your dating choices?
I like black men.
Okay. Respect.
Like,
Yeah.
flat out, I like black men.
Mm-hmm.
Just period.
That's good to
Period.
know.
That's period.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I mean, you might find me at a Black Lives Matter protest.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, respect.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, hypothetically speaking, if
Uh-oh.
you were unable to find a mate the same age as you, would you rather have someone who is older or younger, if not the same age?
Older. Not that much older, though.
Why older? Like, what's the difference?
Not younger.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do younger.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine it being like a maturity type thing.
Yeah.
Does that tie into like security, the age factor?
Yeah. I was talking to a guy the other day, and just like in a general conversation, it was just a matter of like, okay, listen, in 5 years I will be 45, and will I be thinking about retirement at 45? Because I'm not going to be that one to be working when I'm 60. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So over the next 5 years is this moment where I got to go extremely hard. So by 45, I can fall back a little bit. And I'm not going to have time to be like, oh, well, I got to work another 20 years. Shit, no. No, bro. Bye.
That's respect.
Bye.
That's respect. We ain't getting no younger. Would you continue to date a potential mate after learning they have offspring? I mean, I know that's not necessarily litigated to being younger or older, because you can pretty much, after puberty, everybody, popping out kids. But just saying, the person that you were dating, getting to know them and all that, if they told you they had children or offspring, would you continue to date them? Or is that like something?
And that's something I need to know in the beginning, like the first conversation.
Sure.
Like,
right.
Do you have kids? What is the relationship? How many kids? How many baby mamas? What is the relationship? How often do you see them? Yeah. Like, sir, I need to know. Mm-hmm. Like, I need a printout of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know, where am I going to fit in? Mm-hmm. And, that do sound selfish. I mean, but
it's true.
I don't have kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm 40 and I've decided to not reproduce. What the hell? Like, if I want to raise a kid, I'll go make one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, I have dated men with kids. Oftentimes, it don't really work. Because, again, I'm spoiled, and it may be a little selfish, because that end comes out. That instant gratification. Like, what are you doing? Where are you at?
True.
Type of deal.
Yeah, why you can't just drop everything and come
pull
right
up.
now?
Pull up. Right.
Why you can't pull up
right now? Can't even be mad at
right,
that.
So I can't even send a text like, pull up.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to pull up. Because you can't. But
right.
Again, I have to realize, like, I'm probably, like, one of few 40-year-olds out here, and a woman with no kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty rare, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is great. That was a great response. I appreciate that. Very interesting. We're gonna take a quick break, brothers and sisters, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, brothers and sisters. Before that break, we were talking about dating with children, but we're going to go ahead and proceed to our next question.
So, in your own words, what defines self-respect?
Self-respect. Now, just a little background really quick. I'm not going to be long.
You good.
On me.
Take your time.
Do your thing.
So, I am like heavily involved in the anti-trafficking sexual exploitation movement. What it looks like, why it exists, and what happens during the recovery process. I'm a former exotic dancer. I mean, I've said it publicly. I've done what I've done, and I always say, well, you want to really know how I went from the pole to the ballot, and somewhere in between social work. But the reality is that there's a lot of women, out there that's just like putting themselves out there, just the whole thirsty movement. And when I look at it, I'm just like, this is exploitation. You are exploiting yourself. There's no need to post any type of stats. Making reference to your body is no reason to be taking pictures, looking from behind, because all that does is it gives these predators ammunition to slide into your DMs. So self-respect is one thing to be sexy and say, I got it, I still flaunt it, whatever the case may be. Then it's another thing to make that your primary focus. Gotcha. As it pertains to your body. No one should know anything about your sex life on social media. I'm not a virgin, but you will never see any type of sexual conversation nowhere on my social media. Never. Even if it's like just the smallest little thing, you may be post a stat saying that, I don't know, anything sexual or answering just a general question. But that's that attention-seeking behavior. Is a personality disorder, more than likely. A lot of women are, where they're not diagnosed, but they fit the clinical diagnosis, and as histrionic personality disorder, where you're overly sexual, you require attention from men. Because a lot of times these women have daddy issues.
I was just going to ask, where do you think that stems from?
It comes from daddy issues. Now, a lot of people may say, is it, the lack of daddy, or is it the daddy ain't shit? But it's usually the combination, because if the daddy ain't shit, then what type of man are you going to be attracted to? You're going to be attracted to the ain't shit ass nigga, right? Because that's all you see, right? If daddy would beat my mother, then it must be okay for another man to come and beat me. And it's not okay. It's not okay to sexually objectify yourself by no means whatsoever. People go missing for this. People are tied up in basements from being thirsty. By posting the wrong thing, talking to the wrong person, going on the wrong date, and not being sure. You're thinking like, oh, it's a free world. I can walk down the street and wear a see-through. Yes, you do have a right to do that. However, understand what the consequences behind this behavior is. And let's talk about why the behavior even exists. So I hope that answers the question.
Sisters, take notes.
Great answer.
Take notes. That's powerful right there. So what is or what will be your contribution to society?
I would not let another girl go through what I went through. I want every little girl in this generation to be better than I am today.
That's respect.
Yeah.
That's respect. That's powerful. That's powerful.
I love that.
I love it too.
And I love this interview.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
This was great. This was great. This is like, man, this is powerful. But this is what brothers and sisters are all about. It's like having these discussions and bringing to the forefront things like that so we can improve ourselves and improve each other as black men and black women. Because like we talked about before, it's hella issues. Like we got a lot to sort through. And this is like a beacon of hope right here, you know, for us to come up out of that. So I love it. I love it. Where can we find you on social media or out in the world? I know you got a lot going on right now. You in the political realm. Like, where can the people find you?
Ivy Nichole.
Ivy Nichole.
Ivy, Ivynichole.
Across everything?
Across everything, except for on Instagram, it's Ivy Nichole N.
Okay.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Say that one more time for the people.
Ivy Nichole N. And Nichole is with an H. It's Nichole.
Gotcha.
Or you can just go to ivynichole.com.
Gotcha. Yeah, she got the website
Yeah.
in addition to the social media.
If you go to the website, you can find all my social media.
Yeah, good deal.
I like that.
Good deal. That's great. That's great. Well, Nikki, today it was great to have you. It was great to have you.
Nikki
Thank
on
you
a
so
Friday.
much.
Nikki is on a Friday.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for
Blessings
having
with
me.
your presence. You welcome. You always welcome. This has been great. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us again. My name is Kevin.
And my name is Cynthia.
And this is Brothers and Sisters.